Hello and welcome to Formula OCE Round 4, China. Chunky Snakes, if you want to give me the weather, that's fine. That's up to you. If you don't, leave it a surprise for me. It's completely your decision. King Chris comes across with a wet race. So, we've got overcast here in qualifying. Take that away. Looks like we have Getsuga out first in the Ferrari. Dry quali, full wet, nice, good effort. Also, a quick announcement for everyone in Formula OCE. I don't know if you guys seen it. We reached affiliate. In 4 rounds, we reached affiliate, so solid effort for everyone. Good work. Sharing the channel around, giving it a follow, all that stuff. So keen to have everyone on board. We are looking for more F2 drivers, so if you are keen, message one of the boys from here, and they'll be happy enough to give you an invite to the league. China, very good pad OP track, I have heard. It is decent. So Edge being I thought Getsuga was, but Edge, the first one in the Haas. Number 31, I'm thinking. Yeah, no, 30. Sorry. Coming into the first sector now, doing a 23.8. For some reason it didn't go purple, which is a bit weird for me. We have a full grid as well, so that's exciting. 2 weekends in a row, I think we've had a full grid, so that's good. Sector 1, there has been an incident. Is that Mitchie? No, it is not. It is the other Renault. No. Who is that? A McLaren? No? Racing Point. Stroker race. He's invalidated his lap. He's already on an outlap. So, Edge coming around the hairpin. Did a 51.3 in the first sector. Coming into the last corner now. Easy to invalidate your lap. He goes cleanly through there. Out of ERS. Puts in a 31 flat. Good effort for Edge. Can do a little bit better, but I guess we'll see how the track evolution goes on. And Getsuga loses the back end. And he does a 31.8. Not good enough for P1. The next one across, I think, is Lil T. Coming around that final corner. Still has a little bit of ERS. But he's going to do a 32 flat. So a full second behind Edge. Green Goats now. No, Chris. Sorry. Starting his lap. Red Bull starting their lap. Is that Sydney Swan? No, that's Mitchie coming around the last corner now. Out of that ERS. And he does a 32.7. Green Goats now coming across the line. A 31.3. And then there's a Racing Point. McLaren, Krudakama coming across the line. Opens that DRS. Does a 32.4. Looks like the only one that can compete is Green Goats at the moment with a 31.3. This is very interesting. Krudakama might need to get out of the way of Stroker race here. He will need to move. Ferrari coming down. Getsuga heading into the pit lane. that'd be Chris coming down as well. No, Getsuga's retired. Doesn't want to do anymore. He thinks he's good at. He thinks he's all right for Q2. And Chris comes across the line, securing provisional pole in Q1 with a 130.7. Beautiful stuff. Sorry, who just came across the line? Lil T. I think it was. Lil T just come across the line. No. Was it a Red Bull? Black Hammer. Yeah. Must have been Black Hammer. 32.7. Solid effort. Stroker has invalidated his lap. There is a Ferrari that just lost his back end there. And he comes across the line, does a 134.8. Paddy Crow at 33. Goes for life. Sydney Swan did a 32.2. Taking him. Okay, Snags, whatever you do, mate, that's up to you. Abyss has left the session. So that'll be interesting to see if he can get back in. Hopefully he does. Being our provisional, well, not provisional, he is our Drivers' Championship leader at the moment. Since Brindy Boy has unfortunately decided to take a step away from F1 Sundays. Feels like he's taking away the wins from everyone else. From Oceania, I thought bringing Brindy Boy in would be something good, you know. Lil T goes quicker, puts in a 31.2. Korg is a 31.6. So the Williams boys are up there as well, which is good to see. So Abyss on 46, Mitchie on 37, and Broken Reptile on 23. So it is a bit hey going in the middle as well. So you got Meek, Krudakama, and Sydney Swan all on 10. Since Brindy Boy did score those points for Ferrari, those points will stay with Ferrari. So they will stick at 68. Alfa Romeo at 62 and Renault at 47. So we'll see if Ferrari with the so let's see if Ferrari can hold their position in the constructors with the exit of Brindy Boy here. Ozvox a 34.5. Broken Reptile coming down the back straight. There is a Renault crossing the line. I think that was Mitchie, so it will be Broken Reptile, the next one to cross the line. Doesn't invalidate his lap. It's so easy to do it there. And he goes a 131.296. Split screen Goats and Lil T. Brings the Haas's up to position 2 and position 4. The Haas looks strong here today. Hopefully we get to see a little bit of them up the front today. Gunter might be happy with them. Is that a Williams on a lap? I see. I think he is on a lap. I think he might be a little bit up. No, he decides to go into the pit lane. Ozvox coming down. Paddy Crow comes across, does a 150, so that's not decent. Ozvox coming up to the line now, does a 133.5, puts himself into P14. I think he was there before. Who just set a time? I didn't see that. Chunky Snags putting in a 131 flat. And Mitchie goes quickest with a 1:30.5. Amazing stuff from the Renault driver. It's good to see Mitchie back. He wants that top position from Abyss. He's like, nah, I'm not having it. You give it here. BZ Splash is also on a lap, but he's invalidated. That's not what you want. Paddy Crow is still out there. Let's see. Fitted. He's done 3 laps on those tyres, and he's still going a little bit quicker. Let's see if he goes to the pit. There is a McLaren going very slow. He might want to get out of the way. With Paddy Crow coming. And he does. He gets out of the way. Good work. Coming across that last corner. Coming up to the line. It's a 1:31.9. Puts himself into P10. Gets Suga still in P9. He retired pretty early after just doing 1 lap. Thinking, yeah, that's it for me. I don't need to do any more. Chunky snags as well. Solid effort there. There is a Haas coming down. It might be Broken Reptile. I think he's up, down on his time here. But I think he might be going into the pit lane. Yes. He is a newly appointed admin of the Discord. And also he's in charge of F1 Sundays. So good on him on getting that promotion. Mitchie has retired from the session. Says, I'm happy with that. That's brilliant time. Sydney Swan getting in the way of that McLaren there. Red Bull, sorry. BZ, where are you? Down that back straight. Hasn't invalidated his lap, which is good. I'd like to see BZ put in a good time here. Going around the final corner, cuts that corner beautifully. Does a 1:32.5. Chris has retired as well. Retro Pricey is on an outlap now. Stroker Race is on a lap now as well. Cuts that corner very close. Doesn't want to invalidate his lap here. Wouldn't be good. There is a Ferrari and a McLaren. Just screwing around, I think. Turn your ERS off, mate. You don't want to use it. There's no point in using it if you're not on a lap. It's your boy. First rule, mate. First rule. Stroker Race has spun the car. Goes for life. Goes past him. His teammate. Sydney Swan coming up into Sector 3 now. The one that's going to get me is Retro Pricey. He did hit the grass there just a little bit. That is a little bit worrying. Stroker Race. Easy, stay out of the braking. There you go. Now you want to move your car before you get disqualified. You don't want to get disqualified. Little T, you have a dry setup. That's not good. And Pricey does a 34.2. Sydney Swan moved himself up into P9. Little T's retired from the session. Says, nah, that's it. I've had enough. Abyss does a 2-minute 22.1. Just really setting a lap, I think, to be honest. Abyss. Here's the man. The one and the only Abyss. Very clean around that hairpin, braking exceptionally well and exceptionally late. Coming around that last corner now, doesn't want to run it too wide and goes for a 31.5, puts himself into P8. Sydney Swan has now retired as well. Was that on track, Sydney Swan? Sydney Swan, if that was on track, mate, you could be getting a penalty your way. If you are going to retire, I'm telling you now, retire in the pit lane. You are the head steward. You should know this. You should know. I will make it that you start losing points for retiring on track. From next week. Sydney Swan. He's the one that did a naughty. Abyss. Might be on another lap here. I'm not too sure. I wasn't watching because I was trying to tell Sydney Swan. He's a head steward. He should know what to do and what not to do. They should know. They should know better than this. Abyss coming into the pit lane. He knows he's done a good job. Karma has invalidated his lap. Paddy Crow diving into the pit lane. Thinks he'll be alright now. BZ Splash not looking good. He's on an out lap, but I don't think he'll make it back in time. I think that's it, actually. Paddy Crow has now retired from the session. The last people. BZ Splash didn't make it. Retro Pricey coming around that last corner. Invalidates his lap. Not good. Stroker has binned it. It's your boy here is the last one. So is Stroker. If you're on track now. Yeah. I knew he would do that. That's alright. He's at the end of the session. He's not going to better his time. Going to beat anyone. So just retire. It's your boy. Just retire, mate. You're all good. That is okay. So the ones that we are losing out of Q1 are Blackhammer, Ozvox, Retro Pricey, It's Your Boy, and Stroke Race. So, 2 Red Bulls are out. There's a Ferrari out, a Mercedes, and a Racing Point. Mitchie, 2 tenths up on his on a rival in Chris. And Chunky Snags, he is 5 tenths down. Very, very close time with Edge as well. That is super close. I'd like to see who thinks who is going to get on pole. So if anyone's watching, anyone that's not racing watching, tell me, who do you think's going to get pole this in qualifying? I want to know. Let's play this prediction game. My prediction game, to be completely honest, I reckon It's either going to go to Chris or Mitchie. Without Brindy Boy here, I think it'll still be pretty close. I'm gonna miss Brindy Boy, to be honest. Go Swan. You think Swan's gonna make... Oh, look at that. Williams just coming out just in front of him. Edge is also out. Korg is out. The two Renaults are out. Everyone's going out. Edge is on the mediums. The two Renaults are side by side. This is not ideal, boys. Not ideal at all. On softs, mediums, softs, mediums for Getsuga. Abyss is on the softs. Paddy Crow's on the mediums, and Korg is on the mediums as well. Did you guys lie to me about the weather? Is it a dry start that goes into rain? Who knows? I hate how you got to do this every single time. So, Edge being the first one. I haven't really got much to talk about on that while everyone's doing their outlaps, but we have 9 viewers. We peaked at 20 yesterday in the F2s. So that'd be nice to see again. And Edge has lost it around the corner. The last corner. He's binned it. He's going to need to move. Otherwise, yeah, you better get out of the way. Just flick turn it. Yeah, don't drive backwards. You don't want to do that. You want to get out of the way and move. That's it. Can't wait for Edge's YouTube video to go up and him show that. That was beautiful. So, sorry about the yawning people. So the first one that will set a time will be Korg. Korg is a very nice driver. I don't think he's actually turned his ERS on, has he? Oh, he's turned it off. He's done a Brindy Boy special. Turn it back on, son. That's it. I see you. I see you. I know what you're doing. Coming down this back straight. I think Mitchie is the next one. He's got a beautiful toe coming off Korg here, I think. Or is he too far back to get one? He's too far back to get one, actually. Coming around that last corner. Brilliant stuff from Korg. Setting a 132.6. Mitchie coming across the line now. 130.5. He's 2 seconds up. Now he's a second up. There is 2 seconds in between the top 3. What is this? Paddy Crow, a 132.7. Getsuga, a 132.9. There's another Haas coming around. Is that Edge? Edge has invalidated his lap, so he might go again. 145. Oh, and he's invalidated this lap as well. Abyss coming around the corner, invalidated his lap, so he'll have to go again. There is a McLaren coming around the corner, the last corner. It's BZ Splash. And then it should be Lil T, I think. He's coming around that final corner as well. It's a 133.1. And Lil T goes P2. Chris goes P1 with a 130.5. Brilliant stuff. There's a Mercedes coming around the last corner. It's Chunky Snags, but he's just starting his lap. Green Goats will be starting his lap in a second. And Edge, again, What are you doing, man? You've invalidated. This is not good, mate. We don't want this. Edge, you need to set a time, mate. Abyss. Coming through the middle sector. Goes at 104.1. Mitchie is retired from the session. Doesn't need to do any more. Who's in front of him? I think that's Goats for Life. Will he give him a tow or will he move out of the way? No, he's stayed that distance, so that's good. Coming around that hairpin now. He's gone down in top. What is going on with Abyss? What are you doing, man? Going into the pit lane. What is going on here? Something's going on at the hairpin. I don't know what it is. It's McLaren, BZ coming into the pit lane. Lil T into the pit lane. Chris into the pit lane. Chunky Snags is on his lap. He's done a 131.6. Broken Reptiles just coming across the line now. Green Goat sets a 130.6. Puts the Alpha Tauris up into 1 and 3. This is amazing stuff. Korg is still out there. I think he's in low fuel mode. He is. He's in low fuel mode. We don't want to see that. You need to get back out there. Sector 1 and Sector 3 for Goats for Life. For the yellow flag, I think. Sector 3 coming around that awful right-hander, hitting the DRS zone, making sure that DRS is open. Coming down to the hairpin, braking right at the 100 meter board, slowing the car all the way down from 300 plus kilometers an hour. Coming around that final corner now. Doesn't want to invalidate the lap. Gets it really close to the outside line. That's a 132.2. Is that a Renault behind him as well? Yes, it was, but he's not on a lap. Broken Reptile is on his lap though, so we'll see how this one goes. Coming around that last corner using all the curves on the right-hand side of the track. Coming up to the line, it's a 131.8. Great stuff from him. Abyss is out again on those soft tyres. We want to see Abyss come in at the top. Always likes to challenge this little fella. He's good. He's one of the only ones that hadn't set a lap yet. Kurtakama and Edge are the other two. There's a Renault going slow. Not sure. That is a really, really bad corner. I don't like it. I really don't like it. What are the plus sides to China? Nothing, really. There's nothing. Not that I know of. I don't seem to like it that much. There is a yellow flag. I think that's for Kurtakama. He's off into the gravel. This is not good. Edge is now out as well. He's put those soft tyres on. Abyss, here we go. We're right on board with our championship leader at this point. Abyss, what are you doing? Why? What is going on? What is this? Why go out there for an outlap? Do it. And then come back in. Like, bro. What's going on? Getsuga, Paddy Crower out there. Korg is out there as well. Puts in a 130.7. Damn. A second quicker than his time. Puts himself in front of his teammate. Into P4. Brilliant stuff. Getsuga coming up to the last corner. Goes into the pit lane. I love this. When I want to spectate someone, they just dive into the pit lane. It's like, come on, bro. Do me a favor. Edge puts himself into P4. That's the Edge we want to see. 130.7. Sydney Swan is out again. Lil T just keeping those tyres warm. Left, right, left, right. Good stuff. Guess we will see. Korg's probably going to be coming in as well. And Lil T almost invalidates his lap there. Coming around the first corner, it's a long right-hander. Just still, then straight onto the left. And coming around that corner, coming up to the first sector timing line, and it's 2 tenths down. 2 tenths up and down? Down or up? I don't know. 2 tenths down, yeah. 2 tenths down on his time. That would put him into P4. Off P3, actually. Haven't seen anyone hit the 129s yet. It would be nice to see that. If Brindy Boy was here, he'd be hitting the 128s, and we know it. But he's not here. So, Edge coming around the corner for another time. 9 seconds down. So Kurikama and Abyss are the only ones that have not set a time yet. That's not good, boys. Goes for life coming into the pit lane. Lil T comes around that final corner, does a 130.2, goes into P1. Great stuff. Kurikama goes into P4 with a 130.9. Abyss still out there. He's on a flyer. He's on an outlap. Chunky Snags behind him is on a flyer. Wonder if that was a little bit... Oh, Abyss, you need to be more careful there, mate. And he probably just makes it. Paddy Crow in P10, he's in a little bit of trouble here. With Sydney Swan coming around that final corner. BZ Splash. A 132 flat. Goes for life is done. Broken Reptile needs a really good time here to get into Q3. This is what we want to see. A fight to get into Q3. Sydney Swan's coming around the last corner. He's diving into the pit lane. Where are you going, Sydney Swan? Broken Reptile comes around that last corner, coming up to the line, does a 130.2 and goes P1. That knocks Paddy Crow out of Q2. Krudakama's lost it. Invalidated his lap. Little T dives into the pit lane. There is a Ferrari. Gets Suga. He's invalidated his lap time. Abyss now. Can he get out of... Can he stay in qualifying? This is what we want to see. Bring it home. Come on. Clean through the last corner. There's a 130.8. Puts himself into P9. This could be really, really close. Gets... Chunky Snags is going into the pit lane. That's it. That is it. We are done. Korg is safe. Broken Reptile, Korg, Abyss, and Chunky Snags are all safe. Paddy Crow, P12. BZ Splash, 14. Almost P1, Lil T. Almost. But it's only Q2. We've still got one more qualifying session to go. Love to see it. Korg, get in the pits. What are you doing? Korg, get in the pits. You're the last one. You're fine. You're in P8. There we go. So, the ones that are knocked out are... I don't want to leave the session. Not yet. Broken Reptile, Lil T, Chris, Mitchie, Krudakama, Green Goats, Edge, VR, F1, Korg, Abyss, and Chunky Snags have all made it into Q3. They're all within a second of each other. Getsuga, Paddy Crow, Sydney Swan, BZ Splash, and Goats for Life are knocked out of Q2. So, heading into Q3, 12 minutes on the clock. Edge being the first one out again. He likes to keep it that way. He likes to put the first time on the board. Turn this aircon off. It's freezing. He is invalidated his outlap. It does not matter. I think someone will risk it today and go for the one stop. Because you're good at tyre saving, you can do the one stop. Oh, but it is wet though. So it's a full wet race. Edge does not lose it around that corner this time and gets on his flying lap the first. Like the first one I do is flying lap. I screwed that one up. Korg will be behind him. Coming through the first sector timing line now, sets purple. The 23.8. Flat out left-hander. Don't know, I'm not counting the turns, but yeah, it's turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Turn 6 is a flat out left-hander. Goes purple in the middle sector with a 50.9. Coming around this long right-hander. So the first corner is a long right-hander, left-hander, and the third last corner is a long right-hander. Had to even it out. Make sure you wear both sides of your tyres. Makes that hairpin look so easy. Coming up to the last corner using a little bit of the curb there. Doesn't use any of the exit curb. Goes P1 with a 30.6. Korg with a 30.8. Is that Mitchie? Yes, it is. And he does a 30.2. Brilliant stuff. Green Goats coming up to the line now. Does a 30.5. Puts him into P2. That's a McLaren. Coming around the last corner. Does not invalidate his lap. Does a 30.551. Goes into P2. Chris now has invalidated his lap. Not good. Lil T. Williams driver. Does not invalidate his lap. Comes up to the line. 30.9. Quickest last sector, it says. I'd like to see that. And Abyss coming up to the line now. It's a 30.9. Not good enough for our championship leader. Broken Reptile now. Coming around the last corner. It is a 131.4. What's going on there? Chunky Snags, a 30.6. Chris, the only one not to set time. He's invalidated his lap again. What's going on with Chris? He's normally better than this. He'll need to go into the pit lane. Get a new fresh set of tyres. Put those shoes on. Come back out and start fresh. Locks up, going into the hairpin. He probably won't stay out. No way you'd stay out. As Lewis Hamilton goes almost into the pit wall there. That's not good. What are you doing at this? So, what's everyone's opinion about Drive to Survive? I'd like to hear it. I'm only up to episode 5, so if you spoil something, I'm super angry. Two Alpha Tauris coming out together at the same time. Are they thinking possibly a little bit of a tow? Green Goat's willing to help out his teammate here. Chris will need to let him in front. Little T as well. He's coming down that back straight. Opens the DRS a bit late there. That's really going to slow him down. Comes into the hairpin very nicely. Will he invalidate his lap on this last turn? It all comes down to this. Little T coming around. Invalidates his lap. It was going to be a good one, I think. He is definitely not happy with that. He is not happy with that. Korg now on a lap. Let's stick with him. Does have that red light flashing. And he's turned his ERS off. He'll probably turn it back on here to come down this little straight into a corner. 1/10 up on his time. That could put him into P4. Or P3 actually. Who knows? We'll see how it goes. His teammate lets him through. Don't want to receive a penalty for that. No way. Not against his teammate. Coming up through the middle sector. 4/10 up on his time. Goes purple. This is a clean lap from Korg. Coming down that final straight, goes really wide, gets both left tyres over onto the fake grass, or I don't know what you call it, to be honest. Coming up to the hairpin. Solid effort, loses the back end a little bit. Coming up to the last corner. Uses a little bit of an exit curb, goes to the line, goes a 1:30.4, gets the last sector purple. Doesn't go P1, he's still 2/10 down on that. That's nuts. That is crazy. Okay. So we've got Chris. He hasn't invalidated his lap. Nice work. Goes P1 with a 30 flat. Nice. Green Goats has just parked it up and was like, no, not making sure that I'm not getting in your way. He could have just went around the corner and parked up a little bit there. Just went a little bit slower than he had to. Oh, sorry about yawning, guys. I don't usually yawn like this. Mitchie is on his outlap. I want to see if he's up for it, guys. I want to see if he gets his pole back. Lil T, I think he got a little bit of a toe along that back straight by his teammate. Goes around the last corner, coming up to the line, goes a 31. Yeah, does not improve on his time. You're gonna catch a lot of dirty air, Cruder. Not good, trust me, man. Okay, so everyone is on a lap now except Green Goats and Korg. We've got 10 seconds. That was really close. By edge. He would not have been liking the time going down, coming up to that line. He would have thought he wasn't going to make it. Mitchie goes quicker and he gets into the 129.8. This is brilliant stuff. 129.8. Lil T is on his in-lap. Broken Reptile. Can he improve his time? Can he get out of P10? Nice, coming around that hairpin. Takes it real tight. Uses all the exit curb coming through that last corner. Krutakama is on behind him. Broken Reptile goes P2. Krutakama goes P4. Amazing stuff. Chunky Snags coming up to the line. Goes P6. Abyss comes up to the line. Goes quickest with a 129.8. Oh, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. This is amazing. Abyss didn't even look like he was going to get out of Q2. And here he comes, putting in the quickest lap in Q3. Starting on pole. Looked like he was a bit struggling there. He was struggling a fair bit in Q3 and Q2. And then he just throws in that amazing lap. 300 hundredths. 300ths of a second down is Mitchie in the Renault. Almost 2/10 away is Broken Reptile in the Haas. Chris, P4. Krutakama, P5. Korg, P6. Chunky Snags, P7. Green Goats, P8. Edge, P9. And Lil T, P10. Everyone just stepped up their game in that one, in that last qualifying session. That was nice. That was really nice. And look what we have here. It is drenched at Shanghai at the China Grand Prix here today. The drivers look like they will have their hands full controlling their cars, making sure the back end doesn't slip out, making sure that you guys can see each other through the braking points, through all that standing water coming off those full wet tires. Oxygen Thief says good luck. I say good luck. I'm pretty sure everyone watching here will say good luck, because this is not what you want to see. It is the formation lap. It'll probably be a slow formation lap. Where's my predicted strategy? Where is it? Give me that. Hopefully no one hits anyone. Be on your best behavior, guys. You're doing well. Abyss. You can't really fault him, I don't think. His performances have been really good on a Sunday. Chunky Snags has left the session. He should be able to join back. I guess we'll see. Hopefully he can join back, because he just won't be able to take control of his car until after the start sequence. That's not good. So these tyres will cool down massively while they're sitting on the grid waiting for that last car to set up on the grid, and it will be Stroker. And they're only coming through that left-hander now into that right-hander. So, predicted strategy, lap 14. Wets. I'm not sure if... And Abyss has spun it off that corner. This is not good. Abyss needs to get back out on track. Chris and Kruder were disqualified from the session. Chunky Snags has joined back. Don't have a dashboard at me. Oh, that's not what you want. Abyss was disqualified from the session. BZ Splash was disqualified from the session. Boys, what did I tell you? Be on your best behavior. Come on, boys. They're just still coming around that hairpin. These boys have been sitting on the grid a fair while now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And we're not underway just yet. And we're underway. Stroker has been disqualified from reversing off the start line. There is a little bit of carnage back here. What is going on here? And there's a Renault around. Let's get this all back up now. Who is it? Sydney Swan is the one that's turned around. BZ Splash is also back there. Mitchie out in front. Chunky Snags needs to get back in his car. I think he has made it back into his car. Paddy Crow is falling down the order. That is not what you want to see. Mitchie's out in front. His teammates all the way down at the back of the pack. Broken Reptile. Wait. What is going on with our championship leader here? He's all the way down in P11. It's your boy here who's moved up another position. Abyss. Started P1. Getsuga is red Xing so badly for me. Hopefully he's not for Mitchie. Doing a cheeky swerve. Edge looking down the inside of Green Goats. Pushes Green Goats a little bit out of the way here. Edge gets a better exit. Make sure the traction's down. Chris is looking around. Krutakama wants to get past him. Lil T going around the outside of Green Goats, moves across the face of him actually. That's not being very respectful. And Lil T, you need to stop hitting Green Goats. He's right next to you. You can't turn anymore when someone's next to you. Chris has gone past Krutakama. Krutakama must have had some wheel spin coming out of that corner. Goats for Life is behind him. Chris has gotten past Little T. Now it's AlphaTauri 5 and 6. Will team orders come into play here? Paddy Crow is in the pit lane. Thank you, Codemasters, for bringing me another predicted stop strategy when we had one on the formation lap. They're all kind of spreading out now, but Krutakama is 5 tenths behind. Goats for Life is getting a little bit closer, being 2 tenths behind. Will he look down the inside? That is a crap camera angle for the position that we're in right now. He needs to be really close to Krutakama here. Needs to make sure he hits it in that slipstream. Kruta is getting closer to Little T. Stroker has left the session due to being disqualified. Does not appreciate that one. He did reverse on the start. Krutakama needs to warm up those tyres. He needs to warm up his tyres. He's gone a little too deep. That puts Goats for Life next to him, side by side. And Karma has lost the back end. Straight into Goats for Life. Oh, this is absolute scenes here in China. Sydney Swan has gotten past Retro Pricey. I think he just let him pass. Now he's got BZ Splash in his visor. He needs to get up there and get moving. Crew to Karma. Behind Goats for Life. Behind Little T, who is behind Green Goats and Chris. Green Goats losing the back end a little bit there. Chris still charging. We have Korg in P3, Broken Reptile in P2, and Mitchie in P1, where Abyss has moved down into P11. This is not looking good for our championship leader. He will not receive a single point if he keeps going the way he is. And there is a yellow flag. Who is that for? It must have been for Chunky. I'm not sure. Mitchie being in the lead of this race. It'll feel funny to him. He doesn't know what it's like to lead a race yet. I don't think. Making sure Broken Reptile stays out of that slipstream, moving over to the right, then moving over to the left again. He can go back and forward as many times as he pleases, to be honest. That's what I'd do to make sure that they stay out of my slipstream. Just as long as he's not just defending. You can only make one defending move. Coming around that last corner. No one has a penalty yet. Getsuga moves up into P9. Crew to Karma down into P10. Sydney Swan gets past BZ Splash. BZ Splash gets past Sydney Swan. And then Sydney Swan's back in. BZ pulls out of that one. Solid effort by Sydney Swan, dropping all the way to the back of the grid to move back up. Abyss now. This is a talking point. Abyss, where is Abyss gonna finish? Retro Pricey is in the pit lane. Goats for Life. Lil T. Goats for Life is right behind Lil T. Korg is now behind Broken Reptile within a second. So this will be very, very interesting to see who can pull it out of the hat in the wet. Who is close? Sydney Swan is 4/10 off Ozvox. He's right there. Give him a look. He's gonna go for it. He's looking close. He's gonna go down the inside here. Coming up to this left-hander. There's no room. He pushes him a little bit wide. Retro Pricey has spun it. Oh no. Mitchie. Still. He's not pulling away anymore. Broken Reptiles brought him back 5/10. He said, come here boy, I want this win. Everyone's fighting for a win. BZ Splash gets past Ozvox. Will there be some team orders in the Mercedes garage here? It's your boy has spun it. Paddy Crow's coming up to him now. It's your boy. What is going on? Mitchie. Broken Reptile. And Korg. Korg has dropped back a fair amount. Edge being behind him. Chunky has gotten past Ozvox. I think Ozvox just let him pass there. Said, nah, you are the quicker Mercedes today, mate. I will let you pass. Lil T, go wide. Gone really wide. That promotes Goats for Life up into 7th. Karma looking down the inside of Getsuga. Is that a wise decision? It'd be very easy to lose the back end here. I don't know what Karama's thinking, but he needs to move on with it now. He needs to get past Getsuga. Broken Reptile has pulled in another 5/10 on Michi. Michi's losing out on 5/10 per lap. Chunky Snags looking at BZ Splash. Going into the last corner, Chunky had to back out of that one. Someone is around. I don't think anyone was around, eh? What is going on? Someone is around now, and I think that's Blackhammer. No. Who is it? It's Pricey. Retro Pricey. That's not good. Karma is also around. These wet conditions are proving difficult to handle. Almost takes out his teammate there with the rejoin to track. Chunky Snags is now looking down the inside of Karma. Heading into this right-hander. Karma loses the back end just that little bit. He's losing it everywhere. Now on we go to Broken Reptile looking down the inside of Michi. He's really close. They are really close together. Especially for it to be wet. I wouldn't be this close to someone. No way would I be able to. Abyss sets the fastest lap of the race at this point in time. Chris and Edge going at it side by side into turn 2. Chris getting the better exit, I think. Yes. Edge losing out there, dropping down to P5 in an Alpha Tauri sandwich. Broken Reptile is losing out on Michi. Michi is starting to pull away again. Korg is catching up as well. He was a second and a half behind 2 laps ago. Long way to go yet. Getsuga has lost it. Sydney Swan is just about to go screaming past him. Getsuga went from P10 down to P12. Pricey has left the session. Not sure if he meant to retire and then leave or whether he just left, but yeah, well, I'm not dealing with that, to be honest. Blackhammer's got Sydney Swan behind him and then Getsuga. Come on, boys, give me something interesting in the rain. Paddy Crow is retired from the session. This means it is a safety car. Wonder what happened to Paddy Crow here. What happened? Abyss into the pit lane. We won't see what happened with Paddy Crow. They are with the safety car now. With Abyss dropping all the way back to P11, and he's only made up 2 positions, I don't think he will win this race. I don't think pitting now would be a good idea anyway. We're going to have this safety car for a couple of laps here. Probably take us to like lap 10 or 11. Depending on how the safety car driver feels. God damn, I'm exhausted. No one's got penalties, which is really surprising. I think it's still pissing down where I am too, so game reflects what is happening in real life as well. Retro Pricey is now, I think, 2 laps down, or a lap and a half down. So, Pricey, are you coming back for your... And they're in! Broken Reptile's in. Korg in. Chris is in. Everyone else stays out. And he's getting held up in the pit lane. Oh, broken reptile just gets out behind him. Now he's got Getsuga in front of him. Edge is out in front. Crudy Karma with a 3-second time penalty from multiple warnings. Need to stop cutting corners, eh? This race could go one or 3 different ways. I think there's 3 potential championship winners this season. I think Edge will be one. Abyss will be one. And I need Chris to pick up his game, because if he's going to be one, he needs more points. I just don't think he's got it this season. Still waiting on Retro Pricey, and it's your boy. Come on, guys. Oh, shit. And Ozvox dives into the pit lane. Still waiting on It's Ya Boy and Pricey. Pricey has still left the session, driving a rogue AI car around the track, making it difficult for everyone else. That's not good. And It's Your Boy just passes him. Told to give the position back. Gotta give it back, mate. That's it. You'll catch him next lap anyway. You'll be fine. Sorry about the no talking, I just don't see what there should be talking about. The safety car is in at the end of this lap. That is a talking point. Here we go, making sure everyone is backing up for this. So it's your boy here, just did pass the AI, didn't even care. Karma, 5-second time penalty with Ozvox. Ozvox with a time penalty as well. Edge has gone, and Green Goats is behind him. They are yet to pit. Lil T, Blackhammer, Sydney Swan, Getsuga, Michi. Oh, Getsuga goes down the inside of Sydney Swan. Doesn't make the move. So it's Ferrari. No. Sorry. My bad. It's in red. I'm losing it today. This is not like me. This is really not like me. So Mitchie, will Sydney Swan appreciate team rules and say, Mitchie, you are quicker than me. You need to go in front of me. Will he let that happen? We never see team orders really that much in league racing. But will it happen today? Edge has just stormed away from Green Goats and was like, I'm not having it. Mitchie down the inside of Blackhammer. Blackhammer's lost out 2 spots there. Lil T looking down the inside of Green Goats. Breaks a little bit earlier than Green Goats. Still tries to have that inside line. Lil T stays where he is. There was a little bit of contact, but you can't really help that. Broken reptile. Abyss also losing out there, but he's taken the switchback while Blackhammer goes off the track. Korg and Chris still going at it. They are still going at it, those two. Would like to see some battling going on. Give me something. Edge has completely taken away from Green Goats and was like, nah, I'm out, yeah. It's got almost a 3-second gap, and the safety car came in 2 laps ago. Karma Looking down the inside of BZ Splash, of his teammate, of his reserve teammate. BZ makes him go wide there. I don't know what happened, whether he just lost traction or BZ actually made him go wide. Goats for Life goes down the inside of Blackhammer. BZ on the back end of Blackhammer now. Looking down the inside there. Blackhammer just kind of like getting out of the way. Staying out of the way. Staying out of everyone's way. Not wanting to impede on anyone else's track. Motivation is lacking. What do you mean? I hope Paddy's alright. Hopefully he can sort out that problem with his motivation. Who's looking down the inside? Chris looking down Abyss. Abyss will have the inside line. No, he won't. He hits Chris just that little bit. Keeps Chris around the outside, but he will have the inside of the next corner. Does have the inside of the next corner. Has the better traction and takes off from Abyss. Lil T has left the session and he's in P3. This is not good for him. He does not want to be leaving the session right now. Mitchie's up into P4. I think he will be. He's up into P4. Lil T, no. He was on for a podium and he just disconnects. And he disconnects. If he gets back quick enough, he'll come into P5. But who knows? Someone is around, and that is Cruder Karma again. Ozvox loses the back end just that tiny bit. Green Goat's coming up. Mitchie as well. He's followed Sydney Swan all the way. He needs to get past his teammate here. I think the top three still haven't pit yet. They are yet to pit. Oh, Mitchie and Sydney Swan have pit. Green Goats is into the pit lane now. Mitchie sets the fastest lap of the race with a 1:49.8. So Edge still yet to pit. Sydney Swan has pit. I forget when he pit. He pit the lap before Mitchie. He made it out in front of him. That is interesting. He won't need to let him go here. The only way he will need to let him go is if he is good up. But at the moment, seems alright. Korg with a 3-second time penalty. That will promote Chris, Abyss, and Goats for Life. They are all together. Getsuga is holding them up a little bit. Chris looking down the inside. He won't want to do that. He made Korg make a mistake. Abyss gets a 5-second time penalty for corner cutting, but loses the back end anyway. They cannot do this. You cannot do this. Chris moves up a place. Pushes Korg back down. Broken Reptile needs to move to get out of slip. Make sure Chris gets out of slipstream. They are going almost 3 wide into the last corner. Korg down the inside of Chris. Beautiful stuff from Korg. Chris gets the better exit though. Stays in front of Korg. This is absolutely nuts. Since that safety car, This is brilliant stuff. Edge still needs to pit. Getsuga has broken Reptile. Chris, Korg, and Goats for Life directly behind, waiting for him to make a mistake. Broken Reptile sends it down the inside of him, but Getsuga still has the pace to stay in front. Broken Reptile has to ease off the throttle there. Into this right-hander, Chris is making sure that he can just stick behind him for a little bit longer. Loses the back end. That invites Korg to come down the outside. Will he? No, he won't. He'll stick behind him. Chris right up the gearbox. You can see that front wing of Chris in between the spoiler, the rear wing of that car. Getsuga loses it a little bit. He's lost a lot of time coming out of that corner. Chris still on broken Reptile. Will he get this overtake done? He does. Broken Reptile comes back, but also he's hit Getsuga. He hit Getsuga out of the way. That promotes Chris up into P4. Getsuga's down into P5. Broken Reptile needs to go in for a front wing change. Broken Reptile making just that one little mistake. Korg looking down the inside of Getsuga. Cannot get there. Chris has already made a 1 second gap from Getsuga. So Getsuga is still holding off Korg. Goats for Life. That'll invite BZ Splash to come into the party soon. And Chunky Snags is back up into the points from getting that appalling start on lap 1. See, anything can happen in the rain. Anything can happen. I wonder if Little T has made it back into the session. Getsuga still holding up this train. Sydney Swan still holding off Mitchie. Mitchie will still be happy with the podium, I think, there. But Edge out in front. 2 seconds on Sydney Swan, 1 second on Mitchie, so 3. 9 seconds on Chris. 12 seconds on Getsuga. That's not enough for a pit stop, so he will move down a fair few places. Looks like a DNF for me. Why is that, Lil T? Why is that? Just because you lag out doesn't mean you can't join back in. You can join back in, man. Just join back in, take control of your car. You can do it. Just because something bad happened doesn't mean, like, just because you lagged out doesn't mean you just have to stay there. The Wi-Fi shut itself. No. Damn. Green Goat setting the fastest lap of the race with a 149.29. Getsuga, he's still holding these guys up. Goats for Life goes down the inside of Korg. Getsuga gets not an okay get away from there. This is really Broken Reptile getting past. It's your boy. Edge, only a second and a half in front of Sydney Swan. He needs to pit. Edge needs to pit. He needs to say, nah, I need to do it. You just gotta do it, man. Everyone has pit behind you. Edge pits. That's it. He's pitting now. Sydney Swan moved up 12 positions. Chris with another fastest lap. Chris getting a fastest lap of the race with a 49.279. Edge still losing out on positions. Going to move down into P10. Will it be P11 with Ozvox coming around? This will be close. Yeah. Edge. What is he doing out there, mate? Did you forget your braking point? I think he might have forgotten his braking point there. Abyss, a 148.8. Sydney Swan still out in front. It's your boy here with a 3-second time penalty. Getsuga holding up everyone here. Could invite Edge back into the party. It could. It really could. We still have 11 laps to go. 10 when they come around these last two corners, the leaders. No. There's no track map. And then we'll do that. Yeah. Getsuga still holding this little train that will form soon. Mitchie's still stuck behind Sydney Swan. It's always this way. Mitchie gets stuck. He can't make an overtake. It happened last week at Vietnam with him and Chris. Yeah, Chris is the one behind him, chasing him down. Edge gets past Blackhammer. Green Goats and Ozvox right next to each other. Abyss is retired from the session. What has happened there? Abyss. Did you really do what I think you just did? This is close. Mitchie and Sydney Swan. There is a yellow flag in Sector 3. Who was it? It was Korg. It was Korg. He's lost out. Chunky Snags up into P7. BZ up into P6. Goats for Life in P5. Getsuga is still P4, but he's still got a lot of people behind him. Anyways, on to the next one. They are really close. They're within 1 second of each other. It could end really bad for one of them. Chris is sending it down the inside of Mitchie. Mitchie still sticks it around the outside. Will he get a better exit than Chris here? No, he won't. No, he won't. Chris is overtaking Mitchie. Mitchie's just back down into P3. Chris is P2. Getsuga and Goats for Life next to it. Getsuga stays out in front. And we have the rev glitch. On Goats for Life, Getsuga now. Goats for Life is basically pushing him around this corner. Goats for Life needs to settle down a little bit here. He's looking a bit reckless. Will he go down the inside? He makes a lunge. It was not side by side with him, so that should be okay. He just tried to go for it because he needs to get past here. Getsuga is holding up everyone from P5 down until P8. He's still looking down the inside when he is not side by side. This is not good for Goats for Life because he's getting impatient. Chunky Snags made a mistake. Korg is down the inside. Goats for Life. Let's see what you got. Looks towards the inside. Goes for an almighty dive bomb. Doesn't get the car turned in on time. Pushes Getsuga wide. That could be a time penalty. That could be a couple of points lost there. We'll just leave that one up to the stewards, I think, because, yeah, that was a bit of a dive bomb, and he's held out Getsuga to make sure that he's held that position, but he went off track to get it. So in all fairness, he might need to give up that place, but I can't see that happening by the way he's just taking off. Yeah, BZ Splash, Chunky Snags. Crew to Karma's gone off. Green Goats and Edge are behind him. Edge needs to get into the points here. Crew to Karma is off once again. He kind of just gets out of the way. He doesn't want it. He doesn't want to stick on that one. That promotes Edge into P10. At least he's getting some point. A point. Chris. Oh, no. Nice move on Sydney Swan, even though we didn't get to see much of it. Lap 23 of 28. Chris doing an amazing job at coming back and getting back into P1. Sydney Swan still in a great effort as well there, moving from P12 to P2. P13, sorry. Goats for life as well. Moved up 11 spots. Chris has moved up a fair bit too. Ozvox gets past. It's your boy. Getsuga and Korg going at it now. And It's Your Boy is around. Getsuga in 5th, carrying Ferrari today. It's Your Boy is around again. Chris has just taken off from Sydney Swan. Just no looking back now. Just, nah, see you later. I'm taking this win for myself. Korg does need to get past. And It's Your Boy again. He's losing out here. Just spinning. It's just, yeah, continuously spinning. It's not what you want. You guys a little bit wide there. Lap 24 of 28, there's still a couple more laps to go. Nothing to really talk about. No one's really making moves because no one really does want to make a move in the wet. But that time penalty could be good for Green Goats. Those time penalties could be good for Green Goats and Edge if they stick there. Sorry about that. Mitchie still needs to get past Sydney Swanee, but he's going to take the lead of the championship with this as well. I think that's Cruda Karma, and he is around again for the 3rd time in this race. I think it is. Chunky. No. Wait. Cruda Karma, he was up there, wasn't he? Or was it Chunky Snags? Chunky Snags, what is going on? Mitchie is right there with Sydney Swan. I don't think he's going to let him pass here. Mitchie goes wide. Korg and Getsuga side by side. Green Goats, BC Splash. Edge 3-second time penalty. No. BZ, you gotta look out next time. You gotta look out who is next to you. There is a red proximity arrow right there. Krutakama has retired from the session. BZ looking up the inside of Edge. Still there. Edge is still there. Does he get a better traction? Yes, he does, and he pulls out in front of BZ. Called. Since he finally got past Getsuga, he's now 2 seconds up the road. Green Goats now as well. He is getting closer and closer to Getsuga, and he needs to stick with him so he can keep up with Korg as well. Chunky Snags, P10, looking to get back up to get more points for that Mercedes. He's only a reserve today, but he's a great driver. Green Goat's right behind Getsuga. Will he look towards the inside? He does, but he's not quite there just yet. Getsuga loses the back end. Michi with a time penalty. Getsuga has lost out, but Edge is also still there. Michi with that time penalty. That is not what you want to see. Goats for life, 10 seconds behind. There is a yellow flag, sector 1. It's your boy is spun it. He's chucked on those intermediates thinking that'd be an idea, but I don't think it is an idea, mate. I think it's a nightmare. In your dreams would that work? Chris. Coming on to the last lap of the Grand Prix. 6 seconds in front of Sydney Swan, who is 3 seconds in front of Michi. Goats for life is 9.6 behind. He needs to gain 6 seconds in this lap just to secure a podium position. Korg could be on the way for 5th. We don't know yet. Green Goats is catching. Edge as well, he might drop down to at least 8th, maybe 9th. Could possibly be 10th, but we just don't know just yet. This still could go either way, depending if Chris just gets a little too overconfident here and spins it. Broken Reptile gets past Chunky Snags. Edge gets past Green Goats. Green Goats looks back towards the inside. Ozvox 3 second time penalty, multiple warnings. Edge gets in front of Green Goats. This is an amazing battle. Green Goats goes for a spin, but he's held on to P7 for now. Getsuga is behind him, losing the back end just a little bit. BZ Splash Broken Reptile moves himself up into P9. He is without a penalty, so he will be moving up into P9. And I've missed it. Chris has got the win. Sydney Swan coming across the line, P2. Mitchie now coming across the line in P3. Goats for life now. Last corner. Takes the checkered flag. Solid P4. Korg coming up to the line, P5. Edge gets another 3-second time penalty. Moves down the order, I reckon. Green Coats promotes himself into 6th. Broken Reptile into 7th. Getsuga 9th. BC Splash 10th. Chunky Snags 11th. Black Hammer. Lil T's AI gets 14th. Black Hammer now coming around that last corner. Has he run out of fuel? I think he's run out of fuel. Ozvox coming around the last corner. And it's your boy. Driver of the day has to go to Sydney Swan. I've only invited your race winner at the moment just because I couldn't get the other part going. Just wait a second, Chris, if you can. And there is your race winner, Chris, taking the victory in a wet and tsunami-like China. Torrential rain. Do not like to see it. I'm surprised there wasn't flash flooding like there is in New South Wales right now. I'll quickly invite the other two and then I'll go through the grid as quickly as I possibly can, because someone is obviously just going to press advance or something. You know what? I'm actually just going to do this. Mitchie, invite to party. And who was the other one? Sydney Swan. I knew someone had pressed OK. I didn't get to see the standings. Yeah, I got those, but I just needed the other parts. But it's all good. I don't know if they're coming. Okay, there's one. We just need Mitchie. Hopefully Mitchie's still online. Yeah, you're right, mate. Take your time. I've still got a... Hey.
Hey, what's good?
Oh no.
BG.
I don't know if he's gonna...
That was a great race. My highest ever league racing position. Well,
I don't think.
I was P19 after T1 I got spun, and then the safety car happened and I was right there, so I pitted and then I overtook everyone else when everyone pitted.
Okay, so I don't think Mitchie is joining. So we'll start off with Sydney Swan. Being a head steward, you should know the rules and the regulations of racing.
Right.
Is that correct? Quick question: have you guys both included your audio as well?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, do that. So, Reese, retiring on track. Sydney Swan, what's the go there, mate?
Look, there was no one behind me, so I just figured I could, but I know it was wrong, so I apologize.
That's all right. From qualifying, do you take anything out of qualifying? Would you qualify P13 or P12?
Yeah, because I qualified with a wet setup, so
Yeah.
I didn't really have the pace, but I knew I would have
Yeah,
it in the race, so...
With that first lap as well, you spinning off the start into that first corner.
Yes.
That didn't look too good for you. I thought maybe you could scrap back into 8th or 9th. I wasn't expecting to talk to you onto the podium, and especially getting second. That's a great effort as well.
Well,
how do you feel?
I had a mega start. I went up like 5 positions, but then I literally couldn't see anything because of the rain, and someone just went into my side and I spun. But then I had like the luckiest safety car ever, where I was just able to pit and then I came out, and by the time everyone else had pitted, I'd passed them. So, yeah. And then I thought I was going to win, and then Chris came out of nowhere. But that's alright.
Yeah, Chris with the pace in the wet is unbelievable.
Yeah,
He
that
is
was
pretty
nuts.
quick. You held up your teammate there.
Good points for the team though, right?
Yeah, held up your teammate there. Any team orders? Were you going to let him through?
Nah,
Or-
well, I mean, like, I was gonna let him through if it was clear that he had, like, massive pace on me. I wasn't gonna, like, block him or anything. But I think I was holding my own. I mean, he got alongside
Yeah.
me a couple of times, but I defended. I don't think we touched once. Or maybe we had, like, a little bit, but I don't think it was dirty or anything. So, yeah, I just... if he was that much faster, I was gonna let him through, but he clearly wasn't. I could hold him behind, so, yeah.
Yeah. Zandvoort next week. How you feeling?
Yeah.
About Zandvoort.
Well, you can't really overtake on that track, and I'm not that good in qualifying, so I might have some troubles.
Yeah, I guess we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Especially with Brindy Boy not here.
Sure.
There's chances for other people like Chris to come along and steal the win off some other people.
Yeah. And like the
Um,
title fight now is going to get really spicy because Abyss had to retire, so
Yeah, it'll definitely get a little bit more spicier. With also Renault now getting a lot of points.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Chris, how you feeling, mate? After that win, beautiful win.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Bit of shock. I didn't expect to. After I went off at turn 1. You probably see it on the stream. I think it was my own fault. It wasn't anyone else's error. I went in too hard on turn 1. I got a good start. I took over a bit straight away. Unfortunately for him, he had a terrible start. Me, broken reptile. I'm not too sure. I think it was Mitchie in front of me. We all got a good start, and I just went in too deep. I went off the track. I dropped about 5 spots, and then sort of cut my way through the field a bit through there. Safety car, etc. The safety car came out just as we went past the pits. That was an unfortunate thing. I think that's where Sydney Swan was able to use that to his advantage. We pitted the next lap around. I just only pitted simply because they pitted. I didn't have any intention of pitting. And after that, it was just on for young and old, I guess. We got held up a bit by Katsuga, but I don't think he was doing anything wrong personally. He was just trying to hold his own, which you're entitled to.
Yeah, especially in the wet.
Yeah.
It's, it could be very different for other drivers. He just probably wanted to take it a little bit easy. So
Yeah, I had no issue. He didn't cause me any trouble. It was just a bit of the hold up was the only issue. I thought literally Swan and Michi were just going to run away with it, and once sort of I broke past all those three, I just had to put the hammer down. I ended up catching them pretty quick, and David took them both, and getting the ears back and off I went.
yeah, nice. What other questions do I have? Nothing really happened in your race, really, did there? Kind of really.
Just besides that
Yeah.
fuck up on the first corner, the first lap, that was it.
Yeah. Zandervoort next week. How you feeling?
That's 50-50 for me. Again, can be good, can be shit. So, I'm not confident, but I'm hoping I'm just happy to grab points in that one. I'm not expecting me to get up there. I'm just gonna happy to get points. It's not my best track, but go from there.
Yeah, nice. With the exit of Brindy Boy, how do you feel with your championship now? Do you feel relieved or not so much pressure?
I don't so much feel. To be honest, man, I wish he'd kind of stay. I mean, I had no issue with him staying. I mean, if he's fast, he's fast. It's not our fault, sort of thing. I would have no issue.
Yeah.
He's just a good driver, and that was it. There's no reason to, if he wants to leave, so be it. But unfortunately,
Yeah.
the thing about no issue, man, is it's more of a not so much. It just sort of gives everyone someone to chase down, I guess. You know, he's a bit of
exactly.
even player field now, but if he stayed in him, I wouldn't have no issue at all. It's you know, if you're good, you're good. That's it. So be it. Suck it up.
Yeah. And we've got a range of different driving styles and the way that people drive too. So
Yeah. So I'm
it
not.
didn't really bother me, but
Yeah, I'm not too sure how he is on a fast a circuit like this. Obviously, he's a weapon in like street circuits. Kills it.
yeah.
I don't know how good he is. Last week when we got the podium, he said his street circuits were the best he's is. So I don't know if he's good at circuit race. Maybe he might have been a bit closer, but we will never find out, I guess.
Yeah. So that's it for round 4 in China. We will be back on Wednesday, I'm guessing, for Zandervoort F1 Wednesdays. Hopefully we can get a full grid or close to. We need to start